development, what loan programs we have, etc.
Oh, so you're engaging with the community. And then some people ask, so we are in Silicon Valley right now. Everybody has this innovative spirit. How do you bring the innovation to your office?
Yeah, well, Silicon Valley is amazing, and everybody wants to come to Silicon Valley from around the world, right? And so we take pride in California being that innovative state. We speak 78 languages here in California. We have a large immigrant population, and that's what separates us from the other states is our diversity. And when many of us came to this country, this state, we wanted to live the American dream. And so we work hard every single day. We want our kids to do better. And so that's kind of what separates us from the other states is our diversity, our large immigrant population, our can-do attitude. And here in Silicon Valley, we have amazing higher educational institutions, and that's why people come because of the talent pool, like many of the people here in this room.
So what is the most accomplishment that you're really proud of during your time in the office?
Well, I have a different accomplishments. This is my 4th elected office, so each office I pride myself in doing certain things. So when I was on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, 2002 to 2006, I passed a law that really cut down on human trafficking. When I first started, 2 homes in San Francisco were busted for trafficking Korean women here. And so that started my path saying, how can women from Korea get trafficked over here and put in these positions? Well, most of them were going through the massage parlors. So I passed legislation requiring any new massage owner to have a conditional use permit. That means you yourself have to come to the city, you have to do the application, you have to get fingerprinted, you have to come before a board, and that really stopped a lot of it. So no more human trafficking in
Very good. Awesome. Very good. So, but then we have audience alive to ask a question that, right now we doing well, California, great. But however, the homeless it seems increasing. How are you going to do to make this economic better in California?
Yeah, so I started my public service career with John Burton, Senator John Burton. So he always supports and speaks up for people who are less fortunate. So the homeless, single moms, foster youth, etc. So I have a little more experience with the homeless population, and I just want to say that all of us have ID, right? Driver's license ID. What happens if your ID gets stolen? You need a passport, original birth certificate, or an original social security card. When you're homeless, let's say you've lost your job or you had an illness, then you couldn't pay your rent, then you're living in your car, and then your car, right, maybe gets a boot on it, so then they tow your car, and then what do you have left? You're on the street. And if your things get stolen, you have no ID, you have no post office box to even apply. Maybe you don't have even a phone anymore, right, to connect to different services. So it is a process to get to being homeless, but many of us don't have a lot of savings, right? We're supposed to save up to 6 months worth of our salary. I don't think a lot of people, so a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. So when something happens, an unexpected emergency, that's when things start spiraling down. So I do issue the bonds and the tax credits for affordable housing, but it does take a lot of time, right, to build the housing. We need all sorts of housing. Right now, we have a demand issue, right? There is more demand than supply, and so we need all the investors who want to come here to California to please help us build more workforce housing. Also, California passed a law allowing accessory dwelling units in backyards. Like if you have a piece of property and you can put a unit there, that could also help with housing and also maybe keep seniors in their house because costs are rising and property taxes, insurance, garbage, right? And so sometimes seniors need a little bit of extra income to be able to stay in their house as they age in place. So, we have a lot of creative solutions at the state and we just need to get it out there.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you are I think it's the first Chinese and also the highest ranking Chinese in the office. And how do you bring the value of Chinese to you as your advantage?
Well, I am not the first Chinese. There's two other Chinese men, but I'm the first Chinese woman to be in this position. And I am a CPA, so my background is in taxes and finance and economics. So I do think I bring a lot of educational experience as well as all of my public experience and my private sector. I started with one of the big 8 accounting firms, Ernst & Whinney, in the real estate tax group, and then had my own practice for many years. So all of my life experiences, I think, has led me to this position where my father is now proud of me and not urging me to go back and do accounting and do people's taxes, which I don't want to do. Hopefully I never have to do again.
Right. Some people really thinking that the tax in California, they really wish a little bit more friendly. So what is your suggestion?
Well, yes, we hear that a lot, that California has high taxes, but people have a choice, right? Some companies are moving to other states, but those states are not friendly to immigrants. They're not friendly to women and women's rights. And so for us, the next generation, I believe they want to be in a state working for companies who care about them, who are going to protect their rights, who are going to help them achieve the American dream. And that's what California is about.
That's true. So today we had such a wonderful time to talking with you. Now we want to know, we also want to open the question to people here. We also want to know, what is your priority going forward?
Well, my priority has been, as state treasurer, housing. I was a homeowner since I was 22 years old, and I understand that being a homeowner builds equity, and that's one of the ways that we can, cut the inequity between the haves and the have-nots. So home ownership is a priority, financial literacy as well. I was lucky that my father took a lot of time training me. I used to balance the checkbook. I used to help him pay bills, help him, put together all the taxes, invest in the stock market. And those training has also shown me the importance of financial literacy, that we don't teach it in school. And so many of the young people don't understand that when they go to college, someone offers them a free credit card. It is not free, right? The interest rate is very high. And then if they can't pay off that first credit card, what do? They take out another credit card. They can't pay that credit card. And all of a sudden their credit is bad. And that affects them for the rest of their life. They can't buy a car, they can't buy a house, they can't get a loan. So those are a couple of the priorities for me, especially moving forward, and also international trade. We in California, we are the 5th largest economy, so we act like a nation state. And it is important that we have good relationships with our brothers and sisters overseas, but also Canada and Mexico, the European Union. So international relations is really important. And then economic development, bringing jobs and companies and investors here to California. So I go around to all 58 counties. I get to know the local elected officials, what kind of companies or industries do they want in their cities and counties, and then I try to do that matchmaking and match the investors with those jurisdictions so that they are successful.
We have one question about the Chinese community. Chinese like to enjoy investment, earning money, but they not really participate. A lot of them interested in politics. What's your action? What's your advice strategy to bring people more Chinese, especially in Bay Area, to join politics?
Yeah, so I also, my parents were both born in China, so you don't run for election, right, in
Right.
China. So they became president of the Asian Business Association. I started to learn that elected officials are important because they're making decisions about where the money goes, where it's allocated, the laws that are passed, the regulations. This affects all of us every single day, and I started wanting to run for office, but it took about 8 years for my parents to kind of reluctantly approve that I could run for office. And so that was 2002, where I ran for the San Francisco Board of Supervisors in the Chinese seat. And thinking I'm Chinese, I'm running in the Chinese seat, that's the highest population of Chinese voters, individuals. Most of them did not come and vote. Okay, not that they didn't vote for me, but they just didn't think it was important. You know, they were busy, they had to cook dinner, they had to pick up their kids, they were at work. And now, after all of the Asian hate that happened recently, the Chinese in San Francisco now understand how important it is that we come out to vote, that we elect people who are going to support us, that are going to protect us, that are going to stand with us. And so it is really changing, but we need that. Evan Lowe is running for Congress right here in Silicon Valley. He barely made it into the runoff. And Silicon Valley has a lot of Asian Americans. If they do not vote, it's not gonna help Evan Lowe get elected, and we need new young leaders, people who understand tech, people who, you know, can communicate with the next generation, right? And so we really need to do more to get the Asians to vote, especially here in Silicon Valley.
But however, there's one thing that a lot of Chinese concern that I want to talk about hate, especially during the campaign, during the election year, a lot of the positive and negative. So how do you do with the negative?
Well, yes, politics is getting harder and harder because of social media. A lot of the media, people in the newspaper business or on TV, they used to spend a lot of time doing research and making sure that they got the facts right. Now, because of social media, everyone's trying to publish quickly, right? They want to get likes, they want people to share, they want them to follow them. And so the negative news is not helpful, and it's not always factual. And so I spend a lot of time in the community, on social media, telling my story, protecting my brand, so that if you follow me, you know that I care, that I'm honest, that I'm helpful, that I'm working hard. But that's not what the media sometimes portrays. So I would say, as elected officials, we need to get out in the community and tell our story. And then the community also, when a negative story comes out, you know, to help and protect us, and to say, well, that's not Fiona. We know Fiona. That's just, you know, rumors or negative campaigning, or your competitor, you know, trying to smear us. So that does happen in politics.
Well, I have one suggestion. Okay, so it's like a flower in a garden, right? So flower doesn't matter who say they're beautiful, ugly, not good, positive, negative, they still flower. So at the end of the day, it's all about who we are. As long as we continue to be the best person we can be, it doesn't matter, because we still who we are. So that's what I think about the leadership. So today we're all about the leadership, prosperity. So I have two more questions for you. One is, what is leadership in your mind?
I believe a leader is not afraid to stand up for what is right and to speak the truth and to be willing to take the arrows, so to speak, right? Every leader that we know at one point probably had a lot of doubt from people, or people thinking that they were crazy, you know, but then later on, time tells the truth.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
And so for me, I'm sometimes ahead of the curve. I sometimes take on issues and fight for causes before they become popular and mainstream. And I think that's important for a leader, is being able to take risks, but also making sure they have the right information, right? Talking to communities, hearing both sides, sometimes 3 sides of the story, so that you're not just, parroting what the news says, right? But you're really going and talking to the people, the experts, and doing your own research. So that also is important for leaders.
That's true. So they have to do their own judgment instead of listen to people. I think that's very important. Especially sometimes the message is 360. We cannot just listen one side. That's why it's very important to bring the community, especially right now, so many audience here, to listen. So now I want to ask, if the people who like to go to politics, the young people, the educated here, what is your advice for them?
Yes, so I've had over 1,000 interns come through my office.
Wow.
Many of them.
Per year?
No, 1,000 over the last 25 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a lot though.
Yeah.
That's a lot because most offices only take a couple of interns, in the summer. So 1,000 is a lot.
Yeah.
But many of them are sons and daughters of Asian Americans who, they want my name on their resume, but when I get them in our office, I try to teach them about the importance of government, about civics, about giving back to the community, contributing, right? Because that's what makes our world a better world.
Exactly.
If we are all working together, thinking about each other, helping each other, instead of being so insular and negative and selfish, that's not going to help.
Correct.
And that's what's the beauty of California. But yes, young people come and intern in our office, volunteer on campaigns, and then for the adults here in the audience and in this room, serve on a board or commission. Every city, county, special district, even the governor has committed to having 50% of his commissioners women. And so we need a pipeline of more women who want to serve, more APIs, because that makes these boards more diverse with a broader viewpoint and better government when more people participate than less.
Oh, thank you so much. We learned a lot with you. So anybody have any questions? And then this way we can maybe a Q&A for downstairs later. Okay, so anybody? So thank you so much today. We have learned a lot from you. So continue to enjoy this beautiful garden, beautiful time. So thank you for everyone here. And now we're going to listen to your singing later or here. You want to sing downstairs or here?
What?
You want to sing downstairs or here?
Does not matter.
Doesn't matter?
Do I have to sing?
Today we have everybody perform, otherwise cannot leave this house. And we continue the house until midnight. So welcome to stay. So thank you so much. Really appreciate to learn about leadership. Okay, thank you. So how about people ask questions? You have questions? Okay. So thank you everybody. So now Senator, okay, now let me introduce a senator, Josh Baker. Let's give a round of applause. Please come on.
It's very light.
Oh, so please sit down. Yeah. This is my home today. Yeah, so enjoy. So you're my guest. Oh,
someone help him.
So anybody help, please? Loretta, director. Yeah. Yeah. So enjoy, drink something, and then we have fun. And then today we all learn about leadership. What's a leader about? What's a leader about? Leader is about, right? Yeah. So this is called reality show, right? It's incredible. Wow, so many people watching. Okay, good. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed. So thank you. Really happy that you stayed. I haven't seen you for a long time. Okay, now. So 5 minutes. Okay, good. So okay. So thank you so much for coming to my show today, and so honored to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so tell me about what do you do as a senator?
Well, I'm the state senator for the 13th Senate District. So that is northern Santa Clara County and most of San Mateo County. It's about 1 million people. So we represent 1 million people in the best area in the best state, representing Silicon Valley, all the entrepreneurs, all the innovators up in Sacramento.
So I have one question for you.
Yeah.
I think being politician, you need to be very brave. Everybody agree?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody agree, right?
Super great.
You have to be a brave up there to challenge by people, to question by people. How do you be so brave? What's your advice being brave?
Well, I think you have to stick to your center principles, because you know that any decision you make,
Yeah.
there's going to be some people who are in favor of you and some people are against you, no
Exactly.
matter which way you go.
Yeah.
So then just stick to what you believe in, right? Because either way, people are going to be happy, people are going to be upset. So you just got to stick with what you believe in.
Wonderful. So also I want to ask you, what works in your career? Can share with our audience.
Well, I had a business career beforehand.
Okay.
So about 20 years in startups and entrepreneurship. And I think that some of the same principles apply. Listening to people, right? Listening to what they want. But also being able to move forward despite rejection.
Right.
When you're a startup entrepreneur, a lot of rejection. You go to VCs, this VC doesn't want to invest, this VC doesn't want to invest. Okay, you tweak the plan, keep going until you find someone who is ready to invest and step forward. I've had that experience. Many no's, and then eventually yes, and you're able to move forward. And it's the same thing in politics. You have to keep going. You try an approach, some people may say, nope, and like, okay, go to the next person. Next person, if I have to tweak it, I will. But you keep moving forward and be able to handle that and move forward with a smile, tell your story, keep moving forward.
You know one thing about you I really like about, can I tell you a secret too?
Sure.
I feel like you have very genuine relation with everybody. And somehow everything go to you, even though negative, you become positive. So that's, I think, is leadership. Leadership is about how to turn all the stuff maybe not very good into positive and give this to the people. So how about you? What do you think about leadership?
So that's a part of it for sure. I think of three things.
Yeah.
Number one, you have to have the vision,
Yeah, leadership.
right? You have to set that vision and inspire people. Number two, and I learned this coming up in Silicon Valley, you need the metrics, right? You can't just have the vision. You have to set the tangible metrics. What are the goals? So you can say, are we being successful? Are we moving forward? Are we accomplishing our goals? But the third thing, as you allude to, it does all come down to people. I went to Stanford Business School, and people always say at Stanford Business School, what was the most important class you've had? And people usually talk about a class called interpersonal dynamics, but everyone refers to it as touchy-feely. Why? Because it's all about giving and receiving positive and negative feedback. And whether that was being a CEO for me in Silicon Valley or now my role as state senator, it all comes down to people. And being able to interact in an authentic way, being able to inspire people, but also listen to people. That's the third key component.
I see. So now I want you, last question. I know you have to leave earlier. The last question is, what did you learn the lesson the most in your life?
Well, along the lines I said, dealing with rejection, I say, well, the best job I ever had was going door to door. It was actually for a nonprofit group, but we had to sell subscriptions. This is my first job out of college. And again, you knock on many doors and people are busy or they slam the door or they're mean, and you have to learn to keep going. And I think that is the number one lesson. And anyone in this area in Silicon Valley, I don't care how successful the entrepreneur, you've had someone slam a door in your face. I don't care how successful a politician, you've had someone slam the door in your face. And it's really that, being able to stick to your core values, stick to your core beliefs, and then keep going, keep moving forward.
What is your core value?
And beliefs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd say, honestly, my core value is in the potential of everyone. And that's why that keeps me going, right? Right now at the federal level, a lot of division, a lot of toxicity, less in Sacramento, but we have some of it as well. But I do fundamentally believe, as you said, in the potential and the goodness of every person. And that's core to my belief. And that's what keeps me going.
So you believe the possibility in everyone and you really enjoy to be with everyone.
Yes.
How? I know the last question. How to bring the people together, especially so diverse, right? Or divided. What's your strategy to bring people together?
Well, I think there's lessons here learned from Silicon Valley as well. I think a lot of people agree on the goals.
Yeah.
They don't always agree on how to get there.
Yeah.
But they want to see that we actually are making progress. You talked about homelessness in one of your previous interviews, and people get very frustrated. And so they want to see, what are those metrics? You know, can we show that yes, we put this policy in place, but it's actually making a difference when it comes to wildfires? Okay, well, we had the same number of wildfires the last 3 years, but 3 years ago we burned 100,000 structures. Many acres burned, homes lost. Last 2 years we had many fires, but we put them out much more fast. It's all about early detection, early suppression. We put them out much more quickly, and then we're able to show that now. So I think that the key, I think, is really to kind of get people moving to a common goal, but showing them that we're making progress. Because I think that's what's frustrating on both sides, that they don't see that. So we have to show them that we are making progress.
Oh, I really like that. Just have a common goal moving forward. But then sometimes, especially government, is very strong, and individual is very small. Sometimes how you balance it's not balanced. Basically, sometimes don't have. Basically, people cannot negotiate with the government, right? So it puts unbalanced power. How are you going to do that? I'm facing certain issues like that. I don't know if we can talk about here. That my parents' house get turned down, and then the negotiating doesn't work, and then now my father cannot get in the house, and like this. What's the suggestion? The government said, no, you should get out. No. This is my house. Something like that. If you are the government, what's your advice right there?
Well, that's what I think is frustrating to people when there's the bureaucracy, right?
Yeah.
Like most of my job, because we're only 40 state senators, 80 assembly people, the governor, the treasurer, the governor and treasurer for 25 years. It's a very at a human scale. But what's frustrating when this bureaucracy doesn't seem to make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Especially around here, we're very rational. We're like, okay, this is logical. This should make sense.
Yeah.
People should agree to do this. And so I know that is frustrating. And I think the key is reach out to people who can help. People like me in our office, or your local city council people who work so hard, local commissioners who work so hard, they can sometimes help you navigate. But we do need our government to work better, right? That's what's frustrating when you have that bureaucracy and you say, no, I followed all the rules, I should be here. But find someone who knows the system, because ultimately there is a person inside who can help make that decision.
Okay, so it's open talk, open communication, and continue trying, especially raise your voice out, and also facing that maybe your chance to fight for it will help everybody out there. So continue as a leader. Yeah,
and also, again, use your government. We're here to help, especially a lot of people, immigrants. My grandparents immigrated to this country when they were 14. They're sort of, I don't say scared, they don't know how to interact with the government, so they don't call on us as much. So call on your local officials. We're here to help you navigate that.
Okay, so thank you very much for your advice. I really appreciate it. Give a round of applause.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time.
Wonderful to be here.
Yeah,
Hopefully I blended in. I tried to blend in with the flowers.
What about them? Take a picture together?
Together. Okay, good. Let's have a picture together. Wow. Okay. I know this is my innovation. This is the first time I do offline and online together. So this is me.
Okay, look here. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Thank you.
Very honored to meet everyone here today. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take for him.
Oh, okay. Take one more. Okay.
Okay, just look at me. Sorry.
Thank you, Mayor Zhang Yan.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, but so now everyone, then maybe we can move to next set. Then we can interview Michael. It's okay?
I'm jealous I don't get the
Can we
outside.
have a picture with Diana with you again?
Okay, yeah, you can break them in. Oh, hi. Everybody is here. Wonderful. Okay, so next interview will be with Michael and Zhang Yan will go downstairs there. Okay, good. Well, do you want to go there? Maybe go there.
可以可以。然后你帮我把这个也拿下去，这个拿下去。回来再一次。好，謝謝你。
嗱，我哋去嗰條嗰邊啦，好嘛？
去嗰邊搞啊？
或者係呢邊搞？呢邊得唔得？呢邊得？呢邊得唔得？我唔驚。
唔係你而家仲有條咩？仲呢條啊？你本條咪喺呢度啊嘛？啲燈都 set 晒啊嘛。係啊，因為啲燈全部 set 晒。
Okay, look here. One, let me. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Perfect. Thank you. Qua câu hỏi là gì? Sợ áo đó hay là hãy có nhưng mà nó không phải
我自己有偷一两个那个 video， 可是就自己那个 iPhone 自己乱。
不要在家里。
我会让他们去 follow。
要你告诉他在哪里下。
好 ，Hello， 欢迎大家。我们现在呢会马上进入下一场的 I need a mic. Yeah. We are going to have a next round of interview. So welcome people to follow our channel. 周周刚世界同桌呢是一档直播对话访谈节目，我们会提供与全球最杰出的领袖交流学习的机会。那么我们会推动教育、理解、合作，那么促进社会的和谐和繁荣。周周 Garden 的灵感呢，源自于对周周对于花还有自然的热爱。在他的花园中呢，每次与嘉宾的对话呢，都充满着深刻的思考，还有哲学的内涵带来哲学的智慧。邹庆红周周呢，在广东电视台还有纽约中文电视台的主持节目呢，深受观众的喜爱。他主持的《万紫千红》呢，是中国首档也是最长寿的综艺节目，拥有全球3000万的观众。邹庆红呢，周周呢毕业于哥伦比亚大学，并获得领导力奖。凭借他对中美文化的深刻理解呢和丰富的媒体经验，他与众多的名人、诺贝尔奖的得主等等呢企业家还有领导者展开深入的对话，为观众提供一个独特的 的平台学习还有吸收23年。Media 荣幸的成为 APEC 亚太经济合作峰会的官方授权媒体，邹庆红周周呢也成为了首位报道世界首脑会议的独立自媒体电视节目主持人，为自媒体在国际媒体领域创造了新的里程碑。周周 Garden 呢，我现在呢就到了这个 Garden 的外面，带大家看一下。我们今天的 event 呢是有今天的这些吃的，我们可以看到。周周 Garden 世界同桌呢是一档直播对话访谈节目，我们拥有可以提供和全球最杰出的领袖交流、学习、合作的机会，推动教育、理解、合作，促进社会的和谐以及繁荣。周周 Garden 的灵感呢来源于周周对于花还有对于自然的热爱。现在的美女是谁 ？Hello， 大家好，我是 Aria。我现在呢是在索尼做这个人工智能工程师，之前呢也是有在其他的，比如说 AI 的 Summit 呀做主持人。谢谢大家的喜欢。好，我继续。那么邹庆红周周呢，在广东电视台还有纽约中文电视台呢担任过主持人。他主持的节目《万紫千红》是中国首档也是最长寿的电视节目，我们拥有全球3000万的观众。欢迎大家有问题跟我提问哈，给大家看一下我们，谢谢。我们现在的嘉宾呢在进行一些，你帮我拿一下。
拿这个吗？
呀 ，Hello， 大家好，谢谢你的喜欢。我们现在呢马上就会进行我们的第二场，主持我们的第二场访谈。我们今天的主题呢是 leadership and prosperity。我们都知道 leadership 呢不仅仅是说，我是一个领导的职位，它更多的是一种能力。你能不能够带领大家呢去朝着一个共同的目标呢去进行努力呢，并且最后达到我们想要的结果？一个好的 leader 呢应该告诉你什么是可以得到的，什么是很难，需要有一些困难去克服的。谢谢，我不是广东人。我是山东人，没有声音吗？你拿着，你卡住麦了，这样，你拿在这儿 ，OK。好，现在有声音吗 ？Let me know.
Is it cooler or not outside?
It's hot.
Generally saying,
It's breathing.
definitely under the shadow.
Hello， 欢迎大家和我互动，欢迎大家抛出你想问的问题，然后呢，我可以帮你一起去问。山东哪里？不要问一些私人的，问一些那个活动的。我在美国做主持人，对，我是山东日照的，然后我现在在美国做人工智能工程师。别问我私人的了，咱们问一些就是活动的。谢谢，没有特别美，谢谢。妈呀，有点害羞了。好，我们继续。那我们今天的活动呢，也是我们周周 Garden 的第100场我们的这个采访活动。客气，不用向我致敬。今天是在 Los Angeles Hills。对，美国现在是下午的时间，对。你们如果喜欢看我们的直播，可以给我留言给我们。
你这太死亡顶光了，这里还行。
来，好。你们如果喜欢看那个我们的直播，可以给我们留言，然后呢，也可以留下你感兴趣的话题。我叫 Aria， 谢谢你们。食品与人工智能结合有什么跃进？谢谢。食品啊。
供应链，社区配送。
对，非常热，对，有点热，是有点热的。我们接下来呢，下一场采访呢，马上就要开始了。大家呢，可以在我们的线上，我们的周周 Garden 世界同桌呢，是一档直播访谈的对话节目。我们提供和全球最顶级、最杰出的一些领袖交流、合作、学习的机会。那么，我们也希望通过这个平台呢，让更多的这个我们全球啊、世界各地的人能够了解到一些顶尖的思想，他们的访谈的哲学的内容。让你们看看有哪些来宾。好， 我们把镜头翻转一下，给你们看看有哪些来宾。好，
要怎么翻转？
不会翻转，这样不太会翻转，那就这样，这样。
哦，你直接展示吧。
那我就直接展示。
对。
好，我们的赵燕啊，你好。赵燕呢是我们的这个Saratoga，中文名叫做，就是我们
萨拉托加市。
萨拉
托加市的市长。跟我们的观众打个招呼吧。
大家好。
好多大家都跟你互动，我的妈，你看。
是吗？哦呦。
Hello， 大家好。对，这个也是我们非常非常难得哈，是我们的华人在美国的加州做市长，也是非常非常难得。大家有什么问题，欢迎通过我们的这个屏幕，大家都给你鼓掌，欢迎，谢谢大家给这个 Welcome Mayor， 谢谢大家的这个互动。那么大家有什么问题呢，也可以和我们的这个赵燕市长呢进行沟通。大家比如说，哎，我们想了解一下赵燕市长，您对于我们这个想要搬来加州的人有什么建议啊？等等等等，欢迎大家进行互动哈。
Saratoga 绝对是一个适合居住的城市，特别欢迎。如果你们真的想要来 Saratoga， 我们 Saratoga 一个是我们的环境好，一个是学区好，最主要的呢，我们把这个城市是打造成一个田园式的一个城市，所以特别适合居住的一个城市。对，安全，这也是在我们湾区是在不仅是湾区，在整个加州我们都是比较安全的城市之一，所以特别欢迎。
谢谢。好，宜居确实非常宜居。OK， 那我们再去转一下。
好，谢谢啊，谢谢。
走，再往这边转一下。我们到这边再看一下。OK。
你要拿着吗？还是我？
你拿着，
我拿着吧。
对，你拿着坐。
你看着，只要你在里面。
我们到这边再看一下来宾。我们看到周周在这里进行访谈。
嗨，大家好，我们现在有多少人了？已经哇。Hi everybody, welcome to my party. Today is my party, so many friends here. 那希望大家以后啊，你们如果希望能够参加我们的线下活动的话，在 JoJo Garden Living 以后我们都会有这种线下活动。
是的。
那带大家看一看我们的花园好不好？
好 ，Let's go。
哇，然后我们这个你看我们这个地方也很美。等一下，要不要我们等一下呢？我们做完以后呢，我跟你一起啊，在下面那个游泳池的时候，我们两个聊天。
好，
我们把一帮美女叫上来，跟大家一起聊天。今天我们的话题讲领导力。
Beautiful JoJo, pretty woman.
Thank you.
Oh, so beauty.
Oh, you beauty, yeah.
Pretty.
She's my alumni, beautiful. Please remember her name, Aria.
Aria.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Wow, you're doing wonderful. I love your hosting.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, now we'll go downstairs.
Yeah, let's go downstairs.
Yeah, she's in charge of this one.
Okay.
You can in charge of this one. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Upstairs.
So go downstairs.
Okay, let's go downstairs.
All right.
Let's go down. 我们一起下去。对，今天讲领导力。好，我们现在下来。你吃不吃东西？
我不吃，你
我也不吃。那我吃一个吧。
好。
我有2个。你再拍照片。
在这里。
你吃一点，有点饿了，好吧？你们现在少吃一点。
你可以帮我们发给那个发表拍一下。
欢迎大家给我们提问。哎，你们看一下我们今天的来宾。今天来了多少人？今天因为我们是买票制的嘛，所以说今天来的人也是非常非常多。然后我感觉可能有小100人了。
Let's go. Bring everyone.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I brought my waiting room just for that.
Okay. Where's your sister? Everyone go to the chair. Let's go downstairs.
对，周周的小饼干特别好吃。走，我们去下面的泳池看一看。
Yeah, I'm trying.
在那边，那边有一个酒的地方，在这儿 serve。我们可以跟他 ，hello， 可以跟你互动一下，来。
Hello。
我知道你有在做一个女性的这个加州的一些活动平台，对不对？给大家介绍一下。
你好。
都有过什么活动？
对我们叫 SoulStar Community， 然后呢，我们是针对湾区的女性做每个月会有一些 fitness 有关的活动，比方说瑜伽呀、爬山啊、普 普拉提啊等等。然后呢，我们是想倡导女性成长，然后身心灵，所以欢迎在湾区的各位可以加入我们，我们叫 Soul Stir Outdoor。OK，Let's
go。
你好，好久不见。
我们接着往那边走，给大家介绍介绍我们的嘉宾。对的，我们这边有一个 hot tub， 给大家看一下，这边有个 hot tub， 然后下面是一个泳池。
那个，今天好多。
好，我们继续。我们从这边下去。好，跟镜头前面的介绍一下你自己。
来，两位介绍吧。
介绍一下。Hello， 我们的2位美女嘉宾来给大家介绍一下自己吧。
Hello， 大家好。明天就要回北京了，
明天就回北京了，
感受一下加州最后的阳光。
你看，我们的这个是从北京来，大家有什么问题想要问美女
？Hello， 这个活动什么样的人能参与？
对，就问大家问你的问题。
浩然的朋友，
浩然的朋友 ，OK。那么浩然是
谁呢？来，镜头给到浩然。
浩然介绍一下自己。大家都跟你打招呼，嗨，美女。
他们更喜欢看美女，不看我，让他们拍美女好。
走，那我们接着往下走泳池。走。
这边也能走2趟 ，sorry。我们可以下。
可以一起活动情绪嘛？对，有些活动他坐在一起或者分享。我也不知道，Like a wedding.
Yes, so gorgeous.
给大家看一下，这个别墅特别大啊，就这边呢这边都是它的 lodge， 然后我们会在这边等会儿做一个分享。这边有个 tree house， 就是这一家的屋主呢，他是有一个 baby 的，所以说呢，这个 tree house 就专门给他的小宝贝的。浩然，对，浩然在这儿。
浩然，
你认识他是吗？走。好，我们马上开始。大家看，这边就是我们马上要进行活动的场地了，大家看一下。
可以啊，到时候一块。
对，是一个室外的小花园，对，环境超级美。
我觉得把那个介绍给你，待会儿那个。
好，我们马上开始啦。
可以。
But he wasn't as big as you.
Yeah, so. Well, I respect him. I mean, it's right on.
好。
你要不跟Treasure？
Treasure. She's talking. 我们的加州财长在这里。OK， 那我们过去。OK, so the interview will start soon. 现在有声音吗？
每天都见很多。
现在有声音吗？
活动啊，见一些别的项目呀。
拿手机的亲不要遮麦，说你。现在有声音吗 ？OK， 好，那我们现在马上开始啦。
Okay, send it to me, and then.
His name is I definitely do. He
has
so much passion. Yeah, if he really wants just like your
好，那你把这个给他吧，因为我们要架
着呢，是吧？
要给他架着才好。
那你跟观众交代一声。
好，那我们现在呢，去把这个架起来呢，去给大家去听我们接下来的采访了。对。 对，今天加州阳光特别好。Sorry 大家，我不能在这儿了，我等一下我们要开始采访了，好吗？好，我们等会儿见，等会儿再聊，好吗？好，拜拜。我们现在来听一段采访，我们的采访马上开始。
Who's responsible for that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our first. It's innovation, but also a lot of risk because we run into the sun. So that's why we have to do both ways. Supposedly, this is the original plan, but because the sun is so much, so now I hope everyone to have this unique experience to join us to film this because we really want to create a format that will be able to talk to people. Especially nowadays, the AI, everything can do online. It's very hard to talk to people, right? We can do this, but it's very difficult face to face. That's why I want to create this platform to bring everyone together. So your participate will make us successful. So please come, okay? Everyone will make this a beautiful shot. So we need some B-roll with everyone here. Okay, good. Where's our cameraman? Everybody. Camera. Yeah. So thank you, Jack. Jack is a wedding photographer. So everybody will get married, talk to Jack. Yeah. So he's the one set up all this. Jack, thank you. Everybody go there, please. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Everybody. I know. So thank you. So now we are talking about 不容易，大家看到没有？作为一个主持人，现在是我们第一次在外面来做哈。那么这一次，sorry.
I can help you.
Oh, thank you. Maybe I can move a little bit. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. Maybe I want to do I want to tell everybody a story that I was a TV host in GDTV with 30 million viewers. In a live set like this, we had 30 people to work together. But now, because technology, the good thing is maybe a couple of people, we can do the show. 1 or 2 people can do the show. But then, however, it's more difficult to coordinate with face-to-face. So today I'm so happy. A very good friend, Michael Bromwich, he was a mayor a couple of times in Burlingame and joining our event today. So we're very happy to have him to join us. Let's give a round of applause. I promise we'll be short. So thank you so much. This time is a very unique way to talk to each other. So I want to ask you about leadership. What's the leadership in you or point of view?
So I think leadership is, as the name implies, it's somebody who's at the front and who's taking people with him or her to a better place. That's what leadership is supposed to achieve. And then if you ask what I think are, 3 key components, I always think of it as courage, compassion, and common sense. The courage to do the hard things, because if it was easy to do, it'd already be done, right? They don't need a leader to do something easy.
Yeah.
That was already done by everybody else. So courage to be bold and to try hard things. Compassion, and I say that, a lot of times we talk about compassion for people who don't have the same resources and so forth, and that's really, really important. But I think of compassion more broadly. I think compassion is also understanding other people who are different than you. It's listening to the other side. That's how you bring people together. You can't bring somebody together who doesn't have the same point of view just by shaking your finger at them, right? And so I think compassion, it probably, my first job in life was as a U.S. diplomat, so I served around the world, and I got pretty good at listening to people. And when you listen, then you can understand where they're coming from, even if you don't agree, even if you may never agree, but you understand where they're coming from. And I'll finish with this, which is common sense. Every government official should exercise just a little bit of common sense. You can't expect things to change that are fundamentally at odds with either human nature or physical nature. So let's use a little common sense when we develop our policies.
I have some challenging here.
Okay.
My challenging is, it's not easy to have the common sense. It takes the value or it takes the same education or background to have the common sense. But that's because the common sense, sometimes we divide the people together. It really divided because, you A, B, C, D, F, G, you're high class, you're low class, I'm from Ivy League school, or you are not from Ivy League school. That divided people. How to bring people together and have a common sense to work things together?
I think everybody is prepared to make a little bit of sacrifice for a better community. I think everybody is prepared to help a neighbor out who might be having some hard times. I think people like to be asked, not just told, and people like to be convinced that if you're asking a taxpayer or resident for money, that you have a really good plan for it. And that you're not just wasting their hard-earned money, and that at the end of it, it's going to be better. We had a very hard time convincing my community to build a new community center. $52 million for a city of our size, that's a lot of money. But we held a lot of public meetings. We went over the designs. We showed people what would be the outcome of a new building. And today it's open and people love it and come up all the time. And now all of a sudden it was their idea. Like, why didn't you do this sooner? It's like, well, we tried.
Show them the result and be patient to talk to them again and again.
If you want to be a leader, you have to have the conviction that you're right, because it is not easy. You have to bring people along. It's not a dictatorship. I can't just tell people what to do in the city of Burlingame. So, that takes work.
Okay, so thank you very much. I know everybody hot here. Now we'll move back to the upstairs, but very, I know. So, but very important that is to create event like this, so people can meet. When you meet, you bring the trust, and also deliver, bring the trust.
Yes.
And we have to build the trust. Sometimes trust is more important than common sense. It's okay. People have different opinions. I love different opinions, right? Actually, when we work, people have different opinions, actually expand us to next level. So having common sense sometimes maybe not the priority, I think.
Well, if it isn't based on something rational, though, Jojo, you're building a policy, you're building a program, you're building whatever you're trying to do on sand.
Yeah.
Right? So if there's something fundamentally wrong about the structure, which is what common sense should tell you, then don't go down that path, okay? But I completely agree. Having trust in one another, being able to collaborate, and then having the guts, if you're a leader, to say, we've worked this through, this is the right way forward, we're gonna build it. And if you're in my seat or if you're in the treasurer's seat, you can say, if you don't like it, you get to vote me out, right?
Yes, but be brave to out there.
You have to be brave.
Yes, so thank you very much. Most important thing as a leader is empower others to achieve their potential and work together to make this better place. So thank you very much to continue to be our inspiration. Thank you, everyone. So now let's move upstairs. Thank you. Good, this is the next episode already. So today we try to approve. Okay, now let's go to the fire chat with Zhao Yan, our mayor from Saratoga. So thank you, everyone.
Get the cool.
Yeah, I got the cool one. We go to the fireplace. Let's everybody go. Yeah, everybody go to the fire chat. Yeah.
I believe so, but I'm
Yeah. So thank you.
Are you?
No. No, not now. Too hot. Go to upstairs.
Yep.
Yeah.
好的，我们现在上去 ，Let's go，九九。我们等下呢还会有一个这样的一个就是唱歌的环节，走，我们上去。
Excuse me. I'm sorry about that.
走 ，Let's go。这个就是，给大家介绍一下我们的喜剧学院的负责人，我们硅谷喜剧学院的负责人。Hello， 跟大家打个招呼吧。那我们等下呢会有我们喜剧学院的负责人 Shadow 一起帮我们主持接下来的活动，比如说，我们等下会有唱歌活动啊，我们等下呢还会有跳舞活动啊，会给大家进行串场。谢谢 Shadow， 太棒了，人家可喜欢你，人说太棒了，谢谢，
等会儿见啊，
人可期待了，我们等会儿见。辛苦你了。
还好。哎呀，这个还好，开心就好。
你讲广东话吗？广
我不
东话。
你識講要少少啊。
你會挺多的。
啊，對，
廣東人啊。
你是廣東。
沒有，因為來灣區久了嘛，灣區的話很多廣東人就比較有機會跟他們交流，對。 不错啊，你的台风很稳啊。
谢谢。
我的 AI 哇 OK， 我现在是准备做这个 AI education 这样子。
我也是 AI education，你想做哪块？做好吃的。
啊，你们都是 AI education， 我加一个微信吧。你们做哪方面的？
我现在准备自己创客这样子。
啊，创客啊。
对对对，就是这个 language model 的底层逻辑跟有一个东西叫做 NLP（Neural Linguistic Programming），跟那个 Natural Network Programming 不太一样。就做个 gap 这样，科普一下这个 AI 的东西。
那你主要 focus 的什么？
叫 problem solving。
嗯哼。
对对对，然后事实上有一个最主要的就是，我发现到有一个东西我 so excited， 就是 for language 那个 metaphor 跟 AI 是一模一样的 metaphor。对的 about that，and then not too many people。那个是从 linguistic 那边
啊 ，OK， 我大概知道你在讲什么了，就是它训练，就是或者说所有 LLM 就是训练的那个过程中，它那种方式逻辑是我们的语言逻辑吗？
对对对，就是语言对，对，就是用我们语言逻辑，但是很多人就是比如说 embedding 好了，对不对 ？embedding 的话，你可以 think of like a big Akashi record。
我们现在呢进到房间里面。
Yeah， 所以
talk later。
Yeah。
现在主要是在直播。
我现在我把这个消息放出去我自己的朋友圈里面，哇，那个 response so high， 我 so excited。Yeah。哦，你现在还在录啊？
对，我还在录。所以说
，Shadow 在这里。在这儿呢，等会儿他会陪伴大家。好，你要走了，人要跟你加好友。OK， 拜拜。好，你接替吧。
好，我给大家继续直播。等会儿还有 interview， 应该还有吧？那就是节目时间了。接下来，好 ，everybody。
什么样？录像机在。
在这里，在这里坐吧。我找一些花在这里吧。大家好，我们现在现场直播哈，欢迎大家收看最高的世界。思维能怎么样？让你看，近一点，
近一点，好，
对，近一点。远一点吧，让这样子打一些话进来，让大家对看这个。教育部，所以
我們叫大家，多得他請你搬一個馬戲團進來了，所有人過來，對，馬上開始 ，use your visible wall 因为最我想跟一下跟我们的观众讲一下为什么这样子，是因为我们刚开始的时候本来是在夏天里做，来因为太热了。今天是我们加州对，所以处理非常舒服的一天。Good. Okay, so. So please bring everybody in. Where's the compound? Bring.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. So, okay, good. So. After this for midnight, so you have plenty of time to talk to everyone. Even can whoever brings swimming suit, we can go to swim here as well. So we have a lot of time here to enjoy this because our guests in different times. So that's why we're doing this now in this setting, and I hope everyone enjoy our talk. So I want to introduce my guest today, right next to me. She is the mayor of Saratoga. Let's give it a round of applause, Mr. Lee. So thank you everyone for coming, and thank you for coming. So we want to talk about that the woman leadership today. So there's a lot of women here. We'll talk about prosperity. I know you're Chinese. How do you use Chinese value to bring this country a more prosperity?
You know, earlier you got a couple, guests talk about, getting involved and serve our community. That's why I got involved with our city politics. I'm an engineer by trade. Never thought of getting involved, in politics when I first came to this country. I actually at one of this kind of events, I met our council member at the time, and really she encouraged me to volunteer for our city. That's what I did. I applied for city planning commission, and I was very fortunate and lucky to get appointed. And I served 8 years on the planning commission, and I love what I did. That was a job that I think, even though it's a volunteer, but I think the work we do is so meaningful, actually impact people's lives. So I decided to run for city council. And now as a mayor, we are the policy makers, the things we do actually really impact people's life. Where you spend money, how you protect your city, especially safety. Right now, it's a big topic because of burglaries and all that stuff. So I think everything is related to how you're gonna help your people and uplift your community.
That's very good. So we want everyone here to ask questions as well. What's the leadership? Now I'm gonna ask you first. In your opinion, what is leadership?
you know, leadership to me, there's a lot of things you can look at it. So leadership to me is relationships, because as a leader, you have a lot of great ideas, but can you actually get passed by your city council members, right? You gotta work with people, so you need to know how to bring people along when you have a great idea. I think as a minority on my city council, and especially this is my second time as mayor, and I am very proud that a lot of things that I did in the first 4 years, I was actually, to a lot of people, they say you did like 1 year, you did more than like 3 other mayors combined together. So I was very proud. One thing I did was a lot of times people talk about term limit. We have talked about for many years, but as mayor in 2021, we actually put out the ballot for 2022 election. So sometimes when people talk about, but if you think that's a good idea, you have to take the initiative and also the courage, because as an incumbent, a lot of times we don't want to do that, right? So, and I did that, and I got my council's support, and we did that. The second thing is, when we talk about crimes, burglaries in our city, we talk about how we're going to address this problem. So I work with our neighborhood watch groups, and what we did was we established a pilot program called Automated License Plate Radar. And so any stolen vehicle or stolen license plate, it comes to our city and it will get detected, and then we'll alert a deputy. So this way, you kind of trying to reduce, it's kind of like, deterrent for burglars, coming to our city. So it was very effective. Now we have 58 automatic license plate radars, camera in our city. Not by our city, it's by community members. They want to do them on their own. So that's a kind of effective way. But I kind of established the pilot program to start this whole thing.
Yeah, you are engineer, so that's a very unique background, being the mayor. So how do you use your background advantage to serve the city?
A lot of times, city issues, as I mentioned, it's about your community. I use my analytical skills. I'm also serving on my finance committee, to deal with the budget and take community's input, how we want to, it's all the city things that people care about. Safety, road condition, do you have a good business in our city? We want to work with the Chamber of Commerce to make sure all the business in our city can, thrive. And we also have a senior services. We have one of the largest senior citizens in Santa Clara County among all 15 cities. So, a lot of the things, how do you balance? There's a different interest. And of course, this is kind of a democratic process. Me and working with 4 other council members, and we listen to community inputs, and then we decide where we want to spend the money.
So another question that I have is, a lot of young people, when they get into a position, especially for a city hall that has been, people stay there for a long time, that sometimes it may become a cookie shop. How do you deal with this force?
Well, there's bad and good about long-term tenureship. So for our city, we just lost our city manager, who has been with our city for 13 years, but 10 years as a city manager. He has all the institutional knowledge, and which is good. We want, and it's very stable for our city. And now we just hired a new city manager. And I think people, in a way, they like kind of stability. When they know they come to a city, they can actually work here. Not too much drama like other cities. A lot of times it's a city manager is not an easy job, because you gotta report to 5 bosses, right? In most cases. So I think that's for one. But as elected, I think that's actually can be a problem if you stay in the office for too long.
Yeah.
I think because then you get complacent with what's going on. You don't have any new idea. You lost touch with what community needs. I think for elected offices, I think that should always have Well, it's different for federal, but I'm thinking for local, it should be a term limit in my mind.
Right. Okay, so now I also want to introduce you another leader, Tom Tao. Let's give him a round of applause. So yeah, he's my advisor.
Hello everyone, I'm Eric Tao.
Eric Tao, please sit there. This is Tom Tao.
I usually do whatever Jojo tells me to do.
Wonderful. So would you please sit there? So now we have two Tao here. We're gonna have a nice conversation. This is Tom Tao. This is Eric Tao. So now you got to meet each other. Yeah. So I would like to. Both of you are leader in the community. I would like you to ask questions. Do you have any question for Mayor Zhao Yan? Maybe we'll move the camera if you can, everybody.
I think it's most critical that you are engineer, so am I. I'm a Huagong. I'm a chemical engineer. So as far as engineer, we want to finish it. We want production. We want to make material. So I think that's really could you tell us a little bit? I know very little about Saratoga because I lived in San Francisco for some time. How large is Saratoga population and also the Chinese population in Saratoga?
So Saratoga is kind of an old city, one of the oldest cities, in the Bay Area. Believe it or not, our downtown, some buildings dated back late 1800 and early 1900. So we are kind of known for the historic little village. And so Saratoga population is about 33,000. And our area is about 12.8 square miles. So it's pretty big if you compare to other, we just had a Mayor Burlingame. His city is about 6 square miles. So we are twice as big. We are a community predominantly a residential area. So 99% of our city is for residential. Very small percentage is for commercial. In terms of the Chinese population, I think right now, Asian API population has grown so much in the last 20 years. So we are about 47% API population. But in terms of Chinese, I would say it's about 20-some%. Yeah.
So Tom has been the leader in America. So would you please introduce yourself to our audience?
I really accumulated a lot of white hairs now. I came to the United States in 1951 and studied in North Carolina High School and finished there. Then came to California. I finished my chemical engineer in UC Berkeley.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Both Berkeley, yes.
And, I have one very early, this is about family training and so on, looking for China to be prosperous, China to be revived as a world, not necessarily we don't want to be world leaders and so on, no. We just want to be equal space and get all the proper respect. And China as a nation, 5,000 years of usual history. So that's my one goal for the welfare of the Chinese people who are outside of China. And I know how I came to US, how I longing thinking about the home. One touching story I'll never forget. I was in a rural area in Berkeley, in Washington, Chehalis, small town, and I had a timber products company there, so I was there watching and cruising one of the particular timberland, and then there's a Chinese little restaurant, so I stumbled in, and very small place, and I ordered a bowl of noodles. Of course, that's very easy. Then all of a sudden, I was sitting on a table, 5 or 6 children just all came, maybe 5, 6, 10 years old, all climbed on the chair and at my table and start talking. And of course, fortunately, I was able to converse with them in Chinese. So we talk, and then food came, so the mother started ushering them off. I said, no, it's okay, just leave them there. So she said one word that touched me. She said, 他们好久没见家乡人了。So I said, oh, I'm such a big guy, I'm the 家乡人。
So thank you very much. So I want to tell you guys secret news this time. So when we decided to do this event, we actually have a VIP ticket for our visor, but he's the one touch my heart is he actually go online to pay for the tickets because he want to use to support me. So thank you. And I want to say that that action is not only just pay for ticket, but he pay a very beautiful seat in my heart. So I know next time, whatever I do, whoever I go, I will make sure that I contribute in any way, in anything. So you bring this spirit to me. So thank you. And he's 90 years old. So today he still come over here to share his leadership with us. So really, really appreciate it. And now I want to move to the next guest, Anthony. So Anthony worked for TikTok, and we want to him also talk about leadership. What's your view for leadership?
Well, thanks for having me, Jojo. Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Anthony. I work as the Chief of Staff for TikTok, specifically on the product team. And to answer your question about leadership, our mission for TikTok is to inspire creativity and share joy. And as part of that mission, I think as a leader, it's important to serve the people. And so that being said, I think TikTok, it has a major impact globally across the world. So we take a lot of responsibility in being able to take care of our users, help to make sure our content ecosystem is healthy. So definitely, I think leadership is about serving people.
Oh, thank you very much. So this is my first time to meet Anthony, but he already the co-chair of our event. Let's give him a round of applause. And also, I want to thank our co-chair Lars. Thank you very much. Yeah, so he's the man behind. Thank you. And now we want to give this for Eric. That what do you think about leadership?
Leadership is what one day you look in the mirror and you look around you and say, something needs to change. And you look in the mirror and say, who is going to do it? And you point at your nose and say, if no one else, I will do it. So leadership to me is to see a problem, point a direction, and tell everyone it is possible.
Thank you. Wow,
so
that's very good. Okay, very good. Now let's invite Susu. Susu, let's bring to stage. So Susu was a director of a big security company, and also now you used to work for Intel. I want to invite Susu to give a sing together. So Susu, why don't you maybe just stay there? Would you like to do that?
Yeah, let me pick the right spot.
Okay, so
switch this over.
Yeah, because
yeah,
I
okay.
think
yeah, you want to stay here or maybe
let's
there?
see.
I think that there is very nice actually.
maybe here. First of all, I know Ian very well, and then I'm a very dear friend of Jojo. In the very popular saying that we vibrate in the same frequency. 我们是同频的人, right?
Right.
We're a believer of the women leadership. We're a believer of the Zen, the meditation. We're a believer of law of attractions, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I'm also a big believer that, and I think at the recent I read a book called Gentleman in Moscow. The Count Snow. And then this is my very ideal state of the life is that you work from 6 a.m. to 12 to get all the things done to make a living, and then the rest of the day you're going to be creative. You're going to nurture your hobby to have a full life. But unfortunately, I still work 12 hours a day. So if you have secret how to balance the work and life, just let me know. I cannot. And I think singing is the hobby that I can nurture. Why? Because I can practice at home when I commute. So now you can enjoy the result of my practicing in my car.
Let's bring everybody in. Alex. Alex, thank you. Let's bring everyone in and then enjoy the singing. Yeah, ask everybody in.
Yeah. I'm gonna sing Ave Maria. And probably that's the song in many people's hearts.
Okay, so everybody let's sing. Okay.
Susu, can I invite you to come forward?
Yeah, I'm looking at the spot,
Yeah.
which is the ideal spot.
You can
Yeah.
standing over there. Yeah.
I probably don't enjoy live broadcasting, you know, singing. Okay, so I'm just sing Ave Maria in Latin. 唱歌的。Okay.
Bravo, bravo. Uncle,
Very good. So this is the Silicon Valley, right? The engineers so talented, everyone. So the next person, do we have the lady here to dance? Or
Yeah, the little girl.
Or
maybe, and then the even pace. Yeah, this is maybe too crowded here.
Yeah, or is it too crowded here? Or
little girl, beautiful little girl.
or but now in this moment,
Maybe here, yeah.
where is Alex? Alex?
Alex?
Please bring me a gift over. I want to give a gift to 周传道. So 下面有请周传道. Yeah, welcome. I want to introduce you.
To remove this, it's okay.
You can sit. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, can you dance here or you need big space? You want? Oh, later then.
Here.
No. Later we can go downstairs in the pool. Okay. Good, very good. So in this moment, I want to introduce to 周先生, 周传大先生. So he is a leader to me because last 3 years he has lead a book club for us. So now I want to listen to you that in your point of view, what is leadership?
我就用中文来说了。
好。
首先第一个方面就是说，对于我来讲，我是觉得为人要非常真诚这个是在我们的传统文化里面，就说与人相交的话，首先以诚来相待。那么大家如果是以诚来相交的话，那我们交通起来很多的时候我们是可以更好的把自己的一些想法拿出来，大家来沟通。第二个当然是对于基督徒来讲，因为我是基督徒那对于基督徒来讲，更重要的还是要生命的联合，因为我们知道我们所做的每一件事情，我们的每一个思想是要面对上帝的。所以对于说对我来说我所做的所行的，如果是说能够对上帝负责任的话，那我相信对其他的身边的朋友和同事们是应该也是可以负责任的。这是我对一个 leadership 的简单的了解。
非常感谢，真的是。So 每个星期一我们都有个读书会。So every Monday we will have a book club, and even though we have 5 people, he was still there. consistent. I think the leadership is consistent work on it, consistent. And tomorrow he's leaving town to go to Texas. So we're giving him a round of applause to give him a farewell party. We have book cup gift for you. Yeah. So because so thank you so much. This book cup. Because the book, so we need a book stand. Yeah. So we can give the book cup. So thank you very much to give unconditional love to us. So Dr. Tai want to speak something? Yeah, for you. This is for the team. So thank you very much for coming, and also with the family, and especially stay today. He's supposed to leaving yesterday, but he stayed today. So I want to thank you to continue to lead us. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So Dr. Tai want to say something?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The difference between a nice person and a leader is crucial. First, a nice person just, oh, I could do good thing for you, I behave very nicely. But a leader need to have that passion. Need to look at a person and say, I will work with you, I can help you, we can go to a better place together. You need to have that passion. The second thing is that you have to have the knowledge. If you only have a passion, you don't have knowledge, you would just hit against the wall over and over. People say, well, you're just crazy. So you have to have the knowledge. Where do you bring us to? And the last one, you need to have the courage. I can tell all the young people, of all the things you hear about leadership, capability, success, it starts with courage. You need to find a very difficult challenge and decide to take on it. Without courage, there is no knowledge. Without courage, there is no passion. Without courage, there's no leadership. So I am honored to have a good friend, Zhou Chuandao, to have all three that guide us over the years for a great place to be. And he's leaving town, but I think will connect with him always, and he will have other following in a faraway place called Texas. So let's thank you.
So thank you very much, everybody. So today, I think right now we have done our interview. So I want everyone enjoy. So also I want to I see Treasure Fiona still here. So do you have anything to talk to us? Okay. So I want to let you know today our party until midnight. So we have karaoke, we barbecue, 3 o'clock. What time's right now? Nobody. See, the wonderful is nobody kill me. Wow. So what time's right now?
3:40.
3:40. Oh, perfect. So now let's go out for enjoy the barbecue by the pool. Anything. Enjoy. So thank you for Ben all the way from Hong Kong. He's the leader in Hong Kong for Columbia Club. And we have Columbia people who's here. Ron here from Shanghai, Columbia. We also have a couple Columbia and also MIT. We want to thank people from MIT. We also want to thank people from Stanford.
To say something?
Oh yes, I want to invite my very advisor. Come over. Now this is my advisor, Julia. Come here.
Look at me.
Okay, so he's an amazing friend for wow, how many years we have? 20-something years. He also violinist. Okay, so yeah, wonderful friend. Every time one have a difficulty, I will call him middle of the night. So he will answer my questions. So has been great friend. So would you talk about to people about your leadership, because you have been my advisor. So thank you.
Well, first of all, it's very kind.
You come here, yeah.
I want to see you.
It's very kind of you, but
come here.
I'm actually quite humble today, so I don't think
Oh.
I'm actually I don't think that I'm in a position to share leadership. But if there's anything that actually resonates with me in my life, is probably 2 things, right? One, leadership is about lifting up your people, bringing your people together while creating opportunities for them while you do so. And leadership is also making tough decisions using your judgment, not the popular ones. So I think those 2 resonate with me a lot throughout my life, and then bits and pieces I'm hearing the same thing through your leaders, true leaders. So I'm still a learner. I would like you to think about me as a good follower, because I think that's quintessential for becoming a leader. So great to meet every one of you, and congratulations for your success.
Oh, thank you, because everybody's success, right? So anybody have any question before we close it?
Can I make comments?
Yes.
I observed 2 things. Your advisor, sorry, your name again?
Julian.
And Julian says that leader always right, ready to go out to help.
Right.
And then as a leader, as Jojo said, that she always ready to ask for help, right? Be resourceful. That's also the important characteristics of the leadership. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much. I also want to thank you. I want to thank Dr. Justin and Lane also. They were like my sister and brother. Every time when success, she was there for me. Every time when it's down, she'll be there for me also. So I want to thank them. This is like my family. Everybody here is like my family here. So thank you. Okay, so now let's enjoy the time. Party time.
May I just supplement a little bit?
Yes,
on
please.
leadership?
Oh, yes.
I think many of you are all leaders yourself, and many people have said many things which are all, very correct. And to me, also leadership, you need a team. You have a goal, you have courage, you have the ambition. Truly, you need a team to work. And when you have the team, you must know how to use them, utilize. 取其之长，择其之短。You take their best talent, you help them on their weakness, so you have a powerful group, and you can always be successful. Yeah, and the future lies with many of you and your children and my children. There was politicians, there are people equally with great ambition and hearts, and they've done many things in the United States. I associate very luckily with people such as Chen Xiaomei, Anna Shinat, his wife, and Zhou Xiaolan, and Yilin Qiao, Secretary of State, Secretary of Treasury, and also Secretary of Energy and Transportation. Yeah, and Zhou Xiaolan and Chen Xiaomei, March Fangyu, Secretary of State of California, and Wu Xianbiao of Delaware City, Martha Wong, executive mayor of Houston, and these are my old associates, and we work together, and I know how they feel in their hearts, not any different than nearly every one of you. So the future is on your shoulders, and it has to be continued. 长江后浪推前浪，一代新人换旧人。
谢谢大家的支持，非常感谢。So thank you so much for your time. I think for leadership also about growing, and then each time when we do for some event, I think it's amazing, but still a lot of room to improve. But because that passion helps us to keep going. So I think don't worry, like what you said, make mistake, because sometimes the mistake is beautiful. Sometimes the mistake is the seed to put in our heart to grow to the next booming flower and trees. So most important thing, just keep going and keep trying, and then doesn't matter who could talk about you or like you, doesn't matter. Most important at the time, you will meet people along the way, like you guys here. Give a round of applause. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now let's say, okay, yes, now I want to invite Stephen Marr here to give a round stage. Thank you. So thank you.
I know you guys are very tired, probably standing, sitting. It's hot, but I can feel the warmth. And thanks to JoJo, I'm gonna make it really short. I'm Fiona Ma's finance chair. She's running for lieutenant governor, but I just want to make it really short. She's right now the highest ranking Chinese American elected official in the United States. Okay? So I know that we have many Chinese American here, but she's not just Chinese American treasurer. She won this position with highest record number of votes in California history. She won with 78%. In California, Asian only take about 15%. That's with everybody. Indian, Korean, Hmongs, Chinese, Chinese American in California, maybe 5%, right? She won 78%. So why am I telling you this? She's running for lieutenant governor. There's only one lieutenant governor, right, in California. Unlike China, China has like 10 lieutenant governors per province. We have one. And The reason why this is important, I mean, I'm a finance chair. Why am I a finance chair? I'm helping her raise money so she can win. Why? Why is it important? Because in the next 20 years, if you miss her, if she happened to die, there is not another eligible Chinese American who can win this position in California. So this is it. If we're gonna wait for the next Fiona Ma, maybe year 2042. She has worked in politics, in elected in public office for 20 years. She has never lost a ballot, right? She has never lost a race. So it's not about, you know, I said, oh, I'm gonna help her, I'm not gonna help her. Put your words in action, because if you miss the wagon, there is not another one in the horizon, okay? I mean, maybe she's gonna be the future one, but in the next 10 years, it's hard, because she won the statewide election. It's really hard to win statewide election. I mean, you're dealing with talking about, you know, trying to win of 10 million people, right, voters. So number one. Number two, how many of you just got Fiona's cell phone number? How many of you?
Not yet. No.
How many? 1,
We're always
2,
hesitant.
3, 4.
Not yet.
Tell me, a elected officer statewide who give you cell phone number. Tell me one. I have never met one. Why did she do that? Because she is the most down to earth, grounded, authentic person. Forget about elected official. She's the most grounded, authentic person. She's a friend. I mean, she really, I mean, already, none of you guys don't donate yet today, right? She gave out 5 cell phone people because you guys asked. If you ask, we'll give it to you. How many of you take picture with her already? Exactly. Did we ask for money? No. Because she's down to earth like that. You know, she's very humble, very modest. So I have to say things that she might not be able to, might not want to say. So we need your support. We need to make donation to her. She has an event coming up next Tuesday in San Francisco. If you can come, just go to FionaMa.com and make a donation as little as $100, as most as, you know, if you want to do 18,200 is the maximum limit, okay? But seriously, you know, we have to, this is, you know, this is really the one and only in the next 10, 15, 20 years. All right, let's have Fiona make a closing remark before we go party.
Okay. I just want to thank everyone. You know, Mayor Yan Zhao is here. We need to build a bench for the future. I have my goddaughter Elizabeth here, who I'm grooming maybe to run for office someday. She's 14 years old, and then my little Natalie is 3 years old. But if we are not represented, if we are not at the table, then bad things happen to us because we don't have a voice. And I didn't grow up, as many of you heard, I did not grow up in a political family. But now that I'm in politics, I want everyone to get involved. I want everybody to vote, to register to vote, to make sure this is our right and a privilege. And unless our community comes out to vote, people don't take us seriously. And that's why when all the Asian hate happened, who stood by us? Who came to protect us? Who came to say, you know what, we're gonna, you know, give more, you know, money for nonprofit organizations? Who did that? The Asians did that, okay? So that's what it's gonna take for the next generation so that we can be equal citizens here in California. And we have the best opportunity because we are California. We love diversity. We love our immigrants. We love everybody coming here to, you know, make a difference, to achieve the American dream. It only happens here in California. Okay, so you all know it. You all are here, and we thank everyone for coming, for supporting, but we need to do more. We need to make sure we're all registered. We need to make sure that we all vote on elections. When we start voting, people are going to pay attention. The policymakers, the people who allocate money, right? Business leaders, Hollywood, okay? We're not there yet. So I just want to thank all of you for everything you do to make California golden, we need to step it up one more step, right? So that we can make sure that we are at the table and that we can demand equality and equity here in California and the United States. So thank you all.
Can I just say something real quick? You know, Fiona Ma is our role model. You know, I am, you know, running, you know, because I see there's someone actually before me has done all the work. I have run a few elections. Election is very expensive. So, I mean, here we're all well educated with, you know, VCs and, you know, engineers and business owners. I just hope we all be, you know, generous, open our heart, open our wallet. I make a commitment. I will contribute maximum to Fiona Ma today. Like Fiona Ma. So I hope all of you can do the same. So let's support Fiona Ma and get her.
And the successor.
Wow. We need to support each other. We need to uplift each other. So I really sincerely hope, you know, here we have a lot of people with rich pockets. So let's just dig deep and bring that, you know, to support Fiona.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow, this is wonderful to have so many leaders here. And also want to say everyone, if you want to join our club, please welcome to join. And Anthony will be helping for facilitate our future private club together. We're going to have an ongoing event like this. So whoever interested in join our club, please talk to Anthony. So he will be there to talk to each other. And then we want to bring leaders like this each time. So empower people. So thank you so much.
Well, let's thank JoJo for what she's doing to raise the awareness, bring us all together, and talk about the important issues. So thank you, JoJo.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, leaders here. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, all the leaders. And also, Columbia, please continue to grow, and then we'll continue growing up here. So thank you. And also, I want to thank one person, Sean. Woo! Sean has a wonderful photographer. So thank you so much. He bought all the equipment, everything.
Take a picture for all of you.
Oh, okay.
Stand in front of the table.
Yeah.
Right there is good. Yeah. Yes, that's right there.
Take a picture. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a photo.
来，先他先要照张照片吧。
一起照，一起照。一起照，
就侧着。
你在这里。
我在Fiona旁边，好。
Okay, look at me, right here. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
Thank you, Loretta. Your job is not working. Wow, so wonderful. Now we can close. Hello, everyone. How are you enjoying? Never can. 我没有看. I don't have eyeglasses. I need my eyeglasses. Otherwise, I don't know what to say. 哎呀，
临场那个我都还没准备好。
这个才是叫 leader， 临场出来的都可以。这是我们团队的心意给大家。我们很用心去挑，因为以后就可以把所有的书放在这里一起去读。这是我送给他的礼物。So thank you very much. To continue. I mean, display dedication. 3 years book club. So now let's talk about what's your field this time. This is Loretta, and he's our director today. So he's from Columbia. So tell you which school were you graduating?
I graduated in Columbia 2011 from negotiation and conflict resolution.
Oh, okay. So how do you feel about this party this time?
It's good. Great leaders and very informative, getting the community together.
So what's your feel like for, what's your take for leadership? What's called leadership?
Listen, inspire, and contribute.
Very good. Excellent. Yeah, thank you very much. She's a wonderful contributor. So now let's talk to other people. Very good. Wow. Maybe we continue to talk to people for
Get.
I'm gonna walk. Let me talk to him. It's very important. 嗱，對於你嚟講咩叫領導咧？今日而家採訪下你啦。咁啊，而家咧係啦，輪到啦。呢個咧就係我哋今日嘅 photographer 一早就嚟啦。咁你覺得咩叫領導力咧？
領導力咪好似你咁咯，最簡單，你就係一個 model 咧，一個版啊。
做最多嘢嗰個啊。
係啊，你已經可以即係組織咁多人嚟搞呢個咁成功嘅活動，又係一個領導力啦。
咁啊，
所以而家現實就係睇到就係你一個領導力啦。
係你成就咗我哋，可以感謝啫。咁你繼續 ，OK。So now we have a Dr. Liu, and the next one will be Dr. Kusa. What's called leadership?
I think leadership is about the future. I mean, give the idea about the future and guide the people to there. Thank you.
How about you, Jennifer?
So leadership is about helping others and helping others to reach their best potential.
Truck driver. And every year it's paid.
Where is don't think she's outside.
Oh, now I want to talk to another person. Hey, thank you. So now he's a leader also. So you are the investor, a very famous investor in Silicon Valley. 他是在我们硅谷一个非常有名的投资人。那你跟我们现场的观众讲一讲，对你来讲什么叫 leadership？
Leadership to me is a service for the community, service for other people, service for the team. And leader, you should have a very generous time for other people, service for other people. Have a high EQ. You can unify a team, do a lot of for the feedback for the community.
Thank you.
Do you see Aria? Aria, the host. Do you see Aria? Aria, the host. Aria 是那个 Do you see her? 她好像已经走了。哦，她走了。她已经走了。好像她已经走了。就是那个年轻的那个，对，他说3点钟要走。哦。How do you turn it off? How do you turn it off? The light? How do you turn the light off?
Oh, how to turn the light off? Okay, good. Now, I think everyone off. Anybody talk? 好，带大家看看我的花园。你好 ，Do you have good time? Good, excellent. 我们这个就叫 reality show 是吧？是啊，你好。那你觉得什么叫 leadership？
我觉得 leadership 就是能够把很多自己不能做的事情，能够带一群人把它做起来。
哇，你可以介绍一下吗？
我叫 Winner， 在社交的项目，主要是把美国和中国一些比较好的商业圈的校友互相连接起来，Web3里面的项目。哇，对，在创业。
好，谢谢。哎，我妈妈上来了 ，I saw my mother. Oh, say hi to my mother. Hey, what a wonderful team here. Wonderful. Wow, very wonderful, right? Wow. So, what's happening? Oh, Okay. On to talk about to closing up. Yeah, my mom's here. So now let's closing our event because I'm not going to put on the show. So now let's talk about. Okay.
Hi, Mom.
So this is the leader behind my back. So we're doing live right now. Let me see how many people on here.
8,430.
哇，你们觉得好玩吗？怎么加入校友会啊？加 JoJo Garden Living 就可以了。领导力就是把自己难做的事情做的团队，对，还是把你妈妈接过去哈。我妈妈说呢，她呢就喜欢在中国。其实今天呢，我很希望呢，有关单位啊，特别深圳有关单位啊，能够帮我爸爸妈妈解决一个问题，因为我爸爸妈妈的房子拆迁了，然后呢，他现在呢就是我很难过的是，前天我爸爸被拦住自己小区不能进去了。无论怎样，我们都希望就是相关人的单位能够帮助我的父母啊，能够解决这一个拆迁的问题。因为拆迁的问题不是对错的问题，而是刚才我们讲过，怎么找到平衡点，怎么找到共同的目标。因为大家共同目标就是让社会更加美好，所以我们希望相关的深圳的领导们，如果今天你们看到我们这个访谈的话，能够帮助我父母，他们住在罗湖区翠竹那里，能够帮助我的父母有自己的房子。那我希望就是今天看到我们的朋友们呢，我希望能够让我的父母能够安全的、尽快的解决这个拆迁的问题。我们全家都支持拆迁。I'm talking about the housing. So I hope that now I'm doing this live show. I want my parents, I want my father safe. 希望有相关的人士能够帮助我的家人解决拆迁的问题。因为现在我们家里呢出现了拆迁，在罗湖翠竹苑，就是坚持了几年都没拆到，那么现在已经开始要强拆了，希望不要强拆，该走程序的走程序，该走法院走法院，千万不要强拆，希望大家不要强拆深圳的这个项目。深圳，我非常爱深圳，我希望能够帮助深圳成长。我希望能够建设这个最伟大之一的这个叫做医院，但是一定要每个人都安全的，能够解决这个拆迁的问题。没有要高价。只是在1的这个地方没有谈妥啊。那希望我们呢 ，I also love you too。罗湖呢，听说动作是有点大哈，希望大家今天我们看我们在美国很开心，能够来了不少的这里的所有的领导都来，很多大的领导，连我们华人最大的领导都来了。我们在这里就是为了能够创造让家族更美好，让华人更美好。那我们在海外的人，希望就是家里安全。So I hope I really talk too much.
It's okay. It's okay.
Right, so
almost 10,000.
8,800. Okay. Please come on. This flower. Okay. This is the lady of the. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sit there here. Okay. You see how beautiful this flower, okay?
Amazing.
Amazing. So I want to say thank you. 这个它叫
My pleasure.
它叫木子金姐哈。
We always love Purdy. It's beautiful. JoJo's beautiful. That's why I joined the beautiful.
Oh, thank you, thank you. 然后呢，我知道，你看，这是他自己家里面种的花。他今天把他家里花园的花全部摘下来送给我们，然后摘到这里，是不是很漂亮？你看，很好。那么 has oh, thank you so much. Say goodbye to everyone. Bye. Okay, so thank you, beautiful. 那么今天是我们JoJo Garden 第一现场。 么在现在 leadership about taking the responsibility is about 我们一起去承担，一起让这个社会更好。leadership 是让世界更加美丽。
I think you're going to make stars.
A lot of people, wow. Laura, a lot of people watching you right now. She's eating. Can I film you eating? So, yeah, good. So, thank you very much.
Wow, 9,078.
Wow.
Come on, you can do it. 10,000. I want to see 10,000.
对我们两年前开始做的啊，这个